Hello, welcome back to Nico Plays. I am Nico of Death. Today we're going to take a quick look at the new item banks and personal hangars in Star Citizen 3.24, and let's just go ahead and get into it. So this is on a new reset on the PTU, so I had to create my character, log in, pick a home location. I'm currently in New Babbage, and I wanted to show the item banks, so you have access to one in the room when you wake up. Over on the right is going to be all of your stuff that's at this location. This is what you used to see when you pulled up inventory and you'd have all of your stuff at the location. I'm going to go ahead and grab a tool and a tractor beam and move it to the drawer. Now, when you open the drawer, that's going to bring up a familiar experience in terms of inventory management. I'm going to go ahead and equip the tool and the tractor beam. And you can see the mining attachment that had been in the tool is now in the drawer. And when I close this inventory, that is going to be back in my location inventory. So you can see it here on the right-hand side now. So when you put something into the drawer, you don't have to take any additional action to get it in to the location inventory. It's just going to go there. And now let's make our way to the spaceport. I wanted to do a video around this because I know that not everyone has access to the PTU, and some people might be curious about what the new experiences look like, and they don't want to sit through a long video or know everything else. They're just curious about some of these new things. I'm hoping to hit those as highlights and keep this short. I also wanted to show the new hauling contracts. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up my mobiGlas and open up contracts. And you can see I have one hauling available. And you're going to have the normal flavor text over on the left, and then the right's going to be the objectives. You can see this is going to be going to Port Tressler, picking up some quartz, and then delivering it somewhere on the planet. A slight bug over on the left, you can see it says 6 SCU of cargo, and on the right it says 7. So issues, it'll get worked out, I'm sure. But these are the new hauling contracts where you don't have to purchase any of the cargo. The cargo is just going to be there. You're going to pick it up and then deliver it, and you can do so however you want, all at once or in multiple goes. So with that, we're going to go ahead and continue on to the New Babbage space. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do once I got here is I wanted to get some sustenance just in case I need something later on. And I accidentally bought a water, and then I accidentally dropped it. So my intent was to go put this into the location inventory, which first I opened that, which I didn't need to. I need to open the drawer, which I then realized, oh, I don't have what I meant to actually buy. So going to close this, go back, and actually get the correct thing this time, which is I wanted a synergy. That's me realizing I dropped my water. So let's grab a synergy now. And then in order to drop this into the location inventory, you're going to actually open the drawer. So you don't access the screen, you look down and actually open the drawer. And then you can drag stuff in. So I'm just going to drag that synergy in there. And then again, just going to close it. You don't have to take any action. That's now in my location inventory. And I'm going to head straight to the elevator. Now, I mentioned this is a new reset, so I don't have any ships retrieved or anything like that. I don't know if this is intended or if this is just something's going to get worked out. But you'll notice that once I get in the elevator here, I don't have anywhere to go, so I don't have any hangars available. My personal hangar is not yet available. It's just blank. So, like I said, I don't know if this is intentional because I haven't retrieved any ships yet or not, but I'm going to go back out now and head over to the ASOP terminal, and I'm going to pick one that is working. So, come over here, and I'm going to go ahead and retrieve the Titan and have it delivered to the location at New Babbage, and hopefully that's going to trigger it now. I know it does, but like I said, I don't know if you have to have something delivered first or how that's going to work. It seems like it's a minor thing, but just something to point out. Now, once I do have that and I get an elevator, you'll notice I only have my personal hangar to go to. I don't have any other hangar options. So let's go ahead and pick that, and we will head to my hangar. One note, on the PTU, every time I've gone to my hangar, it is very loud when I first get there. It does settle down. I've actually turned the volume down on this video, so it's not as bad, but you can still tell it's actually pretty loud. But this is the hangar, and I walk in a little bit because sometimes that helps to have it die down. But yeah, even with the volume turned down quite a bit, you can hear it's pretty loud. So at the front of the hangar, when you come in, you have 2 item bank access points, and you're going to be able to see that synergy I dropped off is now here. Going to access my sustenance, and there it is. Well, there it is. So like I said, you drop it in the drawer, it's just going to show up. And then you also have an ASOP terminal here. So at the entrance, near the entrance of the hangar, you have the terminal. And I'm going to go ahead and retrieve my PTV. Let me turn this down even more. It gets very loud. But I retrieved the PTV. I have it delivered. One bug here is that it's not registering that I've already asked for it to be delivered. I have to actually close the interaction and then start a new interaction in order to retrieve it. So I'm realizing that and doing that now. One other note is that on a previous update in the PTU, when I retrieved a ground vehicle, it didn't come to my hangar, it went to the garage. So it does seem to be working correctly now, though. But I've called up the PTV. This is the experience. Lots of loud noises, flashing lights. I'm going to go ahead and come up to the edge. You can see the floor has dropped down. The doors will close. It's a whole big fanfare. You can hear the siren going off and all of that. They make it very obvious that something is happening. Kind of looking around, showing off the hangar. The doors will close and then immediately reopen. And we'll be able to see whatever vehicle you're retrieving is going to rise up. All right, I sped that up a bit so that it would be easier to get to. And here you see the vehicle has been retrieved and the fanfare dies down, and I can go ahead and go get in my vehicle. It is a little amusing. I called up a very tiny vehicle for such a large hangar, but that's how it will work. So now I'm going to go ahead and hop in the PTV. I feel like the textures look low quality. I'm a little confused on that, but whatever. We're going to go on a quick little tour around the hangar. Go ahead and get the PTV turned on. You can see here I have it going. A little slow to start. There we go. All right, so going to the far side of the hangar, you do have a freight elevator here. So on the far back of the hangar, you have a freight elevator, and there's an ASOP terminal over here as well. You can see right there on the right there. So you can call up ships from the far side as well. And then going back to the front of the hangar, you have the freight elevator here at the front. And I apologize for my driving, but here you have the other freight elevator. There's another ASOP terminal right here as well. So you have 2 access points to the freight elevator, no matter where you are. And you have access points to the ASOP terminals. Now it gets loud here again. Turn it down a bit. All right, and then the freight elevator is going to be similar to the item bank. You see me here forgetting I have to lower the elevator. So when you first get up to the elevator, you have to lower it down before you're able to put anything on it. So I've lowered it, and now I'm going to be able to access stuff from my inventory and bring it onto the elevator. And you can see in the upper left, I have a maximum capacity for this elevator. That's going to be based on the hangar, I think, is what that is. But I can only bring up 896 SCU at a time. And I'm just picking some random items from my inventory to bring in. The liquor cabinet is still broken, so I can't bring it up. So we'll do a display case, and then we're going to grab this table. So once you've selected the items you want, you're going to be able to bring the elevator back up. You can see I was clicking and dragging. You can also select and then use the move to elevator button, and that's going to bring them over as well. So the elevator is rising up. Again, there's some fanfare that goes with that. And you can now see I have the items on the left. And on the right, it's all grayed out because the elevator is raised, so you can't bring anything over yet. Heading over to the elevator, you see all my stuff stacked on top of each other there. But I'm going to go ahead and then drag this around. So a couple of things that are interesting here. That you'll notice does not lock to the grid at all. It's just kind of free, but this you'll notice does. So the elevator is a cargo grid with mixed results in terms of what will lock to it and what won't. All right, so I was able to bring this stuff up. That's it. That is kind of how the item banks work, the new personal hangars work. I didn't want to get into a lot of stuff, just kind of wanted to give a highlight of it. So hopefully this was interesting to anyone who hasn't seen this or is interested in seeing it. And until next time.